Okay, folks, just starting to do the left side driver, and can't believe the stupid design that Mercedes did. Check this out. The coolant inlet pipe, they have a flex connection here. All that around here, it goes underneath, comes out somewhere from there and goes right into I think it's a pump. This is all hard line. I can't even move it. How am I supposed to take the turbo out? Seriously. And then in here I take apart some of the shields, but you can't even see the bolt. So the bolt is right here to remove the pipes. So I cannot remove the shields without removing the pipes, and I cannot remove the pipes because everything else is on the way. So I don't know. So I begin disassembling the left-hand side turbo for this water line. I don't know, Mercedes lost their minds, but you have one, there's a second one here too, and deep in there a third Torx 8 e-Torx, and after that is out, well, you have a little bit of wiggle room. It took me a while to remove the heat shields, but this one would go first. This one would be second, like so. Sorry. So first heat shield like that, second like that, and lastly the third will go in the back there. So these are finally out after a tremendous battle. So I don't know, but I think we're going to have to do the same thing, disassemble and then assemble it again, because I literally have no room where to put my fingers to reach the drain plug. I just want to make a note that the coolant inlet and outlet, first was the bottom one, I'm assuming that's the outlet, and this was the inlet, which comes second when it comes to assembly. All right, lads, I've gone a different route. I'm gonna try to get, so I removed the cap, I'm gonna try to get the drain, oil drain bolts out of here. I think that may be feasible, I don't know. I'll give it a try, let you know if it works. All right, as you can see, the bolts are out right there. There is some wiggle room. I think I'll be able to actually put them in underneath the car though this time, rather than me disassembling the entire turbo. So yep, that's the plan. All right, so I'm about to remove the bolts from the flange right here, the number 13. We already removed the bolts from the drain, oil drain. This is the oil supply. I have not removed it yet, but I will. But we're, like I said, we're gonna try to take it out from out here, the complete turbo, and I will film that. But so far, what I've done is exactly the same with the right side turbo. So that's why I'm not filming. Everything is so redundant. All right, managed to disconnect the charge pipe. I needed to adjust it anyway. Then disconnected the off feed, and I just jiggled this a little bit and actually wants to come out. Let's give it a try, huh? Shall we?
It's hard. I feel like it's what is holding me back. Just need an inch. Can we turn it around? We come up this one. No. The steel column is there. It would be nice if it wasn't. We would have taken it out from the bottom. But of course, there has to be something.
Alright. There's a lot of show here, but I got this flange out, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to put it the other way around next time, because there's virtually no space to tie it. So, that being said, let's separate. Thank you. Okay. All right, is this going to work? Damn. Like I said, boys, there's literally very little room here. Alright, so we'll go this way first. So bottom first, that way, okay. Alright, that's it. Day 2 concluded. Morning, lads. I just finished grinding this down a bit so I can take off the wastegate actuator. Here's the old turbo, and I already have it disassembled, taken out of the car. Now I'm gonna move some accessories to the new one, separate it, and we're gonna go about reassemble it back in the car. So, all right, let's get going. By the way, after 72 or 2,000 miles, this is absolutely perfect. So the turbos in this car have held very, very well. Yeah, I think they have plenty of life in them, at least another 30 to 50,000 miles on them. And when I say I drive the car, I drive it really hard. So that goes to show quality. All right. This Y-Stack spacer for the blow valve on the driver's side, so which is the left side, it was fairly easy to install. The passenger side, not so much. If you're going to do this job on your own one day, yeah, just keep that in mind. Alright, gaskets look good. So this was pointing down this way towards the outlet there. Just wipe it off, make sure there's nothing on it.
So what I'm doing here is also trying to make sure I tighten everything correctly rather than just tighten one bolt all the way in and then snagging the rest. Just make sure the spacer is positioned correctly. You don't want any leaks out of here. They don't have to be extremely tight. Alright, that should do it.
Now, I do have a gasket for here, for the, this is the pipe that leads to the intercooler. That was I ordered through Mercedes dealership, but this one where the air intake comes in, they were discontinued for some reason.
So, yeah. Here's the parts. So we can make that out. Alright. And so here. Be very gentle with these. Okay. This is disassembled. Alright, let's put this aside.
This is number 10. And what I noticed is that the original turbo, this bracket was pointing here next to the exhaust. It was extremely hard actually to get out in the car, obviously, like everything else. So I actually am going to position the way it is. When it came from the turbo kits. So it seems like here's a good place and it will be easy for me to tie it down in the car. Doesn't seem like it matters. Oh, we'll find out.
And I'm going to reuse the original V-bands, because this one, even though they gave me a new hardware, the back of the bolt is spinning, so the original one is not like that, it's not spinning, so you'll be alright doing it in the car with ease. Put it right here. There we go.
Let me just mark, just in case. I don't think there's a possibility for you to clock it otherwise, but you never know. Yeah, there's no possibility. You see this here? This dial pen? Yeah, you can put it the wrong way. You just can't. Alright, well, let's compare. While we're here, let's compare the exhaust sides. These look, oh, fairly no, it is bigger. It is slightly bigger, yep, that's for sure. And I've also opted for upgrading the wastegates from when I contacted turbokits.com. I asked them to, they have an option to upgrade the actuator here for 24 psi, and I have a coating basically for the heat. So that is that. All right, let's see how we're gonna get in the car. guess if they did, the let's see. I don't know if this will be good. Nope. This will be on the way. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to do like we did. This is going to be installed as like that. I don't have the gasket, so don't worry about it. I will put it in a second. And we're just gonna have to reach from underneath again. Perhaps when the turbo is assembled here. So I don't know. Yeah, all right, let's keep going.
Clean up the bolts. Sorry, nuts. I'm starting by hand because these are copper. Where's the fourth one? Oh no. Here goes another hour looking for the fourth one.
Still haven't found the fourth one, but I almost made a boo and forgot this plate. So, luckily we caught it on time. I remember it fall down when I disassembled it the first time. Gosh, I wonder where's the fourth one. So this shows okay. Again, the Mercedes logo on the back. Oh, great. Landscapers are here. One second. All right. After 20-30 minutes of searching, I did not find the flange nut, which is a copper. It's M8 1.25 thread. So I went in from Ace Hardware and I found the same, but in stainless steel. What? You gotta be kidding me. I kid you not. I just looked down and I found it. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh, all this time wasted for nothing. I literally looked like for 20+ minutes and it was right here, right in front of me. Here it is. Let me just clean that up, put it on. Jeez. There you go. All right, back to normal. Can't believe this happens, I swear. That goes to show you that sometimes you just need to step away from the problem and then, yeah, come back to it. So, while we're here, we have a fairly easy access to this
gasket, so let's remove this. This is the oil feed line. Let's make sure we drop it anywhere. The old. After the old, remove the new. Okay. I'm just gonna rest in here. Now these, there's supposed to be two, alright? There's one in here and there, so this is the oil feed line. Again, I didn't bought these, but I have a, where are they now? There. Set of O-rings, which I found one that fits pretty close, and I think it is going to seal with no problem whatsoever. So, and these are after 70,000 miles, that gear change anyway. It doesn't feel brittle, but I don't know, it's flat though. So I think, let's see, was it this one? It's a bit too big. Oh, hold on. This one, I think it came from an oil filter. Those look pretty much the same. No, where did I find it? Where? I think these were too big. Where were they? Let's see. I don't think this is going to fit. Oh, no, wrong one. It's a bit loose. I don't like it. So the next size. Next size is. This looks too small. Which one did I can't even remember anymore. Yep, too small. Oh, come on. I don't know if I should go with this guy, which is, I believe this was left over by oil filter that goes in here, and it's pretty dang close. I don't know if oil and coolant have different reaction on the rubber. Let's see. I don't know if it's good though. I don't know. Let's see. Let's make the executive decision too. So the inner diameter is the same. It's a little bit thicker, but I'm probably it's going to squish in pretty good when it goes in. The inner diameter is perfect, so yeah, I guess when it squishes in, it will become. So yeah, let's go with that. Alright. Here's the other one. Feels good, but nevertheless. Okay. Alright, so we are at the point where we need that copy. Where we can attempt to put in the cold side of the turbo, just too loose for some movement. I'll put this here for a second now, alright. This one, hopefully, yeah, alright. The train here. Alright, let's try it. Now obviously we have to be careful with these blades, so I'll just jam it in there.
I'm not kidding when I say there's barely any space in here for anything. God damn. So I'm gonna try to go this way. Okay. A bit more. Literally everything is on the way. Okay. Careful. Perhaps, yeah, okay, so we're going to lose these again. Hopefully, yeah, it'll be fine. And also, as you can see, I removed the coils, so you give me just a little bit extra room in here. We need to change the spark plugs regardless. So if you stay, just move a little bit where I can plug in. Hello. All right. Now, carefully position in place. Look at that. Okay. Let me get the light, make sure everything is good. Yeah, let's put just one nut. Two. That is in. Moves freely. All right. I can actually put two screws in here just to hold it for now. Barely. All right. Now,
almost forgot. Keep that boy in. Again, with the AMG logo, I was taking it back. I don't like not as nuts, but goes in the way it came out. Okay. One. Two. This one, tighten. Let's go this way. So that is okay. Now, so I might do this one just a little bit like that, so I can tighten the underneath the what is it called, the drainage.
all right. So here's the view from underneath. Apologize for any glare, but there's not much I can do. Here is the right there, the drain. We have a little bit of wiggle room. That's why I didn't tie everything down. I'm going to use my trusty 8mm, very thin wall 8mm, to get the bolts the same way I got them out. Let's show right there. All right, I'll give you another look when I'm done. All right, what a nightmare, guys. So I was able to get the heat shield out from underneath here, the engine mount, and as you can see, bolts are now just in. I have not tightened them, but yeah, I had to put the V-bands back on so the turbo doesn't wiggle around too much, meaning the cold side, and then remove the heat shield out of the engine mount, and then I was able to squeeze in my hands in there to start in the bolt. So I'm gonna tighten those now, and while the turbo is loose, I'm gonna put the shield back on, because the shield does not come out unless the turbo is loose, and then move forward. Apologies about the sound in the background, but there you go, right there. All right, here is the finished result. The bolts right there are put on the heat shields, and the two bolts right there for the drainage are on and tight. I would suggest, if you're going to do this, remove the heat shield. You have better clearance to put in the second bolt, which is right there. And when you tighten them, don't go, one all the way in and then another. Just do it little by little on both sides, so it goes in the way it's supposed to. And also you can see I clocked in this V-band brace to point up rather than used to be on the side, and there's no interference issues. So I think the hard part down here is done. We're gonna move forward up there with the flange bolts. All right.
This. Just have this frame, have a hard time putting a nut on it. That's what she said. No, I'm just gonna send it. This one as well. Yeah, this one over there.
We're going to start with 10 Newton meters right there. Okay. Seems fairly tight. Okay. Make sure this is tight. I already tightened it, but just in case, yeah, it is tight enough. Yeah, perfect. Slowly push it in. This in, and for all these connections, as you can see, longer one. This one goes on the heat shields and everywhere else, and this goes to the oil here, supply line, and on the side for the cooling lines. Oil fill line to turbocharger 9, not 5, 9. See, 9 is not much, so give it just a slight more, and that's it. And then I heard from another mechanic, not that I'm a mechanic, but another dude stating that the reason why for this specific torque is that actually the bolt will bottom out, and if you keep turning it, it will snap. So 9 is what is it called for. Nice and tight. Let me try. All right, so the first shield comes in like so. I'll just remove it so I can show you guys. Like that. Goes around and clips in here in the designated area. All right. Then you have to figure out, so this one, I don't know if you know this here where the bolt is a little bit higher is not exactly flush with this fitting, where this one it is. So that means this goes first, this one second. What I don't remember is, can I put these, there you go, bend the bracket a little bit because I did. I don't remember if I will have enough space where I can put these guys and maneuver this puppy in. So let's try. I know this is supposed to go like that, so yeah. You have to do it the hard way. With these out. Once again. So I think it goes like that. Underneath. Yeah. There it is. Alright, after some cussing in Slavic, English, Spanish, German, Serbian, managed to get the shields where it's supposed to be now. I just need to hook up the line. Easier said than done, but we got it. I think I don't want to speak too soon, but just wiggle and push at the same time. Okay, seems like it's firmly in. Let's try that again. Hopefully everything is aligned. All right, so after a long battle, I was able to actually get the bolt in 9 Newton meters with my trusty thin wall 8mm. All right, that goes here. I did lose one of the long bolts somewhere in the abyss, I don't know, but let's continue.
There's a nut in here, something like this one. Right, let's see, that's it now. Okay. Well, maybe it's time. No, it's time. I was a man when I told the fuse, now it's me now. Find the bolt! Lucky. There it is. Right. I hope nothing leaks, because all this work, can you imagine the coolant line leaking, or what do you call it, the oil line or something? Boy, that would be fun. Alright, so, put a nice shiny one in here. I don't know for sure, in the end that is number 8. Okay, that's good. There's another one here. Jesus. Alright, better than expected. You can still hear the landscapers, hopefully you don't. But if you do, apologize for that. I can't wait for them to finish wasting precious time. Okay. So one bolt goes in here.
Okay, I was able to install the bolt, which is very, very deep in here for this heat shields. This line is tightened, which is the oil feed line. The flange is tightened. The coolant lines are tightened. This line is tightened, that goes all the way through. Just to let you know, there are some bolts you can't even show it, but it's right there in the middle. There's one deep within there as well. This one is to hold it tight because the belt is here, so we don't want anything touching the belt. Now I'm about to put in the charge pipe on the left side. All right, easier said than done. Actually, something that I wanted to compare with you guys is this. Be patient. So, some of the original piping. All right, you see how this is a little bit flared out, so the gasket can go in smoothly. This one is just straight in. So what I've done to the passenger side is I took my Dremel and slightly open up just the beginning of this shape here, of the cylindrical shape. So this actually enabled me to put it smoothly here. When I took this off, actually it broke the seal, so that tells me it was really tight in there. I mean, I spent a lot of time trying to push this in. Now I know why. So here's the comparison. So for CTS, maybe they can improve their machining. Here's the taper, how it's like a conus shape, and then goes to the cylindrical. And I measured this with the precise measurement here with the micrometer, I think was it called. So between here and here is the same. Between here and here, we just need to ease up on the edge here just a bit. All right, folks, I didn't film much because the camera was running out of battery. Well, my phone was running out of battery, but we reconnected the vacuum line here, installed this pipe here, installed both. Down here, the charge pipe, there is a bolt right there that has a bracket, holds the charge pipe so it doesn't back out. The shields are in, as I explained earlier. I did change the spark plugs, put the coils back on. Again, 23 Newton meters. If you don't know how to change spark plugs, then boy, you're in trouble. But that is done. Tighten this line here. I do believe I have one more bolt to put in here. Okay. And then the next step would be underneath. So we need to assemble the new cat here. So hopefully everything goes smooth, and then we should be ready to hear the first start very soon. All right, lads, so here's the deal. The cat is in, this is tight, these guys are tight. You can get a little swivel like that, okay, to get to that number 13 over there. All right, let me try to remove the glare. There you go, right there, number 13. And right somewhere right there, that's the other number 13. Now we have to put in that piece right there, which is a part of the exhaust. You have to put it first on the flange, okay, here. So and don't make it tight, so loose enough so you can be able to get the V band to the turbo. I found that to be the absolute easiest way. Before I start filming, I put in that part of the exhaust first to the turbo with the V bands tightening up, but then I had a really hard time getting these bolts in because literally there's no space in here. So leave these, put in this piece of exhaust first on the flange, on the cat flange, and then snug it up and bolt it to the turbo. I found that to be the absolute easiest way. So everything is tight and we will be ready to test in few minutes. I couldn't find the fuel pump relay. There were a couple of them, I tried them, but still the car wants to start, so I'm just gonna cycle a couple of times really quick. We get some oil into the turbo. Alright, last time. Stuff burning off. We bring the light, make sure nothing is leaking. I need to tie down, well, not tie down, but yeah, the charge pipes, as you can see, those two right there. And I don't think this coupling here is it's in all the way, as you can see. So I'm gonna work on getting this straight here somehow.